The second event of 100% Orange Juice Season 3 has ended, and it went in a way that I didn't really expect. A new playable character who may or may not be Poppo, a new board, new events, new plushies, side stories, you name it. This update was long overdue because it's been a year since the beginning of Season 3, not to mention that awkward period of time from August 23rd to October 8th. We had 6 weeks of absolutely nothing going on in OJ, only to have 2 events happening at the same time, with the 2025 Summer and Halloween events. Then we have another 2 events coinciding with each other with the Christmas event, and the second part of Season 3, Clubroom Challengers. Originally, I wasn't going to cover this event since most OJ events are usually shallow in terms of story. Even the first event of Season 3, Extracurricular Crisis, didn't have much to talk about. Sure, I can go over the Little Busters reference with Haruka and Kanata, Chief's mysterious past, and how all 4 characters have parallels to all the Orange Juice protagonists, but that's about it. It's like speculating who Ellie's mother is at the start of Season 2. However, with this event, we got a lot to go through. Right at the first line of dialogue spoken, we get a massive revelation with a new OJ character, Kurie. Sure, we were all expecting a new character, but doesn't Kurie look like a certain existing OJ character? Yeah, she's Sweet Creator, and unlike the other characters revealed later on, she doesn't just look similar to Sweet Creator, she looks exactly like her, just with the typical Japanese sensei attire. Despite this, Sweet Creator isn't the only character Kurie reminds me of. This face that Kurie makes is pretty much one for one the same expression Sumika makes in Acceleration of Saguri 2. So yeah, Kurie is a teacher at Shiny Sparkling Academy, and since she has a portrait, odds are she's going to be the advisor of the 100% OJ Club. Originally, I thought the conflict of this event would be the 4 finding more club members. After all, it's a very common plot point in slice of life schoolgirl anime. There has to be something preventing them from creating the club. It can't be that easy. But what I didn't expect was from Ray Popome, the former leader of the 100% OJ Club, to come out of nowhere and vetoing the club from forming. And oh! I told you guys I was right about Pollo's last name being Age. Alright. Alongside Popome are her friends, Momo and Mikai. Just kidding, there is no Mikai. But yeah, you get where I'm coming from with the naming scheme of Marie Popome and Momo. They're the names of the Season 1 characters Marie Popo and Tomomo, just with their names altered to have the word me attached to their names. What does the me stand for? Well, I have 2 theories as to why that is. First is that they're Season 3 characters. The Japanese language has a thing called the Goro Awase system, which associates numbers with syllables. For example, 5 is associated with the go syllable, since go means 5 in Japanese. The syllable for me is associated with the number 3, you know, like the season of OJ these 2 appear in. But the me could also come from the first syllable of the overarching villain of Orange Juice's name, Mio, meaning they're Mio's puppets, similar to how Lulu was in Season 2. Yeah, even though there's literally no evidence in Season 3 to suggest Mio appearing again, I still believe she'll appear just because she somehow found a way to be the villain of Season 2, despite there being no foreshadowing of her presence prior. Anyways, back to talking about Momo and Marie Popome's role in this event. Momo didn't really get much in the way of characterization. All of her dialogue was just giving exposition to Popome's character. That, and she's the current student council president of Shiny Sparkling Academy. Hopefully she'll get something more to do in the next event because for most of this one, she was just there. As for Marie Popome, she's enigmatic, especially in terms of the overall OJ lore. So, Marie Popome was chosen as the original mascot of 100% Orange Juice as she claims to be the original Marie Poppo, something that raises so many questions that makes Marie Poppo from Season 2 look like a natural narrative choice. I have a lot to say about Popome, but I'll save it for the end because there's a lot to go over. Anyways, Popome disbanded the club because she believes 100% Orange Juice is a dangerous sport, which, no, it's not a sport, it's a board game. You can't play sports in restaurants. Apparently, Popome was so dedicated to the game that she practiced rolling the dice to get the number she wants. She practiced so hard that she developed tendonitis while doing so. Not gonna lie, tendonitis is probably the last word I expected to see in this game, so it's pretty funny seeing it associated with Marie Poppo of all characters. So yeah, this revelation shocked everyone in the audience. Well, everyone that cleared the event before Popome was released to the game. After that, Players can unlock her without clearing the event and see that her playstyle completely revolves around her tendonitis issues. In the end, the club forms with Poppo, me, and me Momo added to the gang, and the event concludes with a sequel hook to the next part of the story. 2 more characters are introduced as silhouettes: Suisho and Haruka's childhood friend, Rinsei. Rinsei announces that Marie Poppo is playing OJ again, causing the OJ community to liven up. This causes Rinsei to want a practice match with the club, setting up a future event for Season 3. And the illustration for this event gives us the revelation of what Rinsei looks like, and she looks like a Season 3 original character. She has that rich girl for net vibes coming off of her, but other than that, she's her own character. My prediction is that she'll be the Arnell of the story, not really the main villain, but a recurring rival to the group. As for Suisho, she has a stoic Saguri way of speaking, but like Momo, there's not much in the way of characterization just yet. Now then, it's time we get back to the character this event centers around, Poppo me. In 100% OJ Season 2, we got Mother Poppo, the adult version of Marie Poppo. Now we have another version of Marie Poppo for Season 3, Marie Poppo me, who is a teenager. By this logic, Season 3 is a midquel, except no. Characters from Season 3 have interactions with characters from Season 2, with Poyo explicitly calling Ellie a Season 2 character. That's right, Poppo me's Jr. from Season 3 is calling Poppo me's daughter a Season 2 character. Are they trying to create a time paradox? Is this the real reason why Poppo me refers to 100% orange juice as a dangerous game? Honestly, out of the 95 plus Orange Juice characters introduced in the franchise, the 5 characters that are easily the hardest to speculate about are Sumika, Tomomo, Mio, Kai, and Marie Poppo. Sumika because she's an omnipotent being who can create simulations. Tomomo and Mio can use magic and are referred to as gods. And Kai and Marie Poppo are Tomomo's dolls that can be cloned and have their memories altered. Now here we have someone claiming to be Marie Poppo, which cannot be proven wrong because even if she isn't the original Marie Poppo who stole Kai's wallet, she can be one of Poppo's many clones. But despite all of this, there's still a lot of evidence that pushes my speculation that she's not any version of Marie Poppo, but an impersonator. First off, let's take a look at the world of 100% Orange Juice Season 3. It's, uncanny. The first location of the season takes place at Family Restaurant Piers, with its namesake taken from the Sky Restaurant in Ghibli Shooting. 100% Orange Juice is a board game so popular that entire clubs form around it in a similar way to shogi clubs in our world. One of the teachers is a dead ringer for Sweetbreaker. We have a character called Me Momo, who has a similar hairstyle to Tomomo. And now here's Marie Poppo me, who claims to be the same person as Marie Poppo, and yet she's the only person of the 9 Season 3 characters who admits to having ties to a previously established OJ character. Next is her appearance. Aside from the hamster ears, she looks nothing like Poppo. She has dark red hair and blue eyes. Her hair is very sleek and covers one eye, and while it can be a fake tan, her skin is noticeably more different than her younger self. As for her speech patterns, none of her lines have her signature verbal tick of saying Po at the end of her sentences. Even if you say this is just Poppo going through her teenage phase, Mother Poppo has all of Marie Poppo's traits, and she looks nothing like Poppo me. Now for her playstyle. The Poppo stat line is always 7 HP, 5 rec, and -1 attack, defense, and evade. Plus, her hyper-up passive has something involving the use of warping. Now for Poppo me. While she does have 5 rec, she's completely different from the other Poppos in every way. Poppo me has 6 HP and 0 attack, defense, and evade, and her hyper revolves around dice manipulation instead of warping. So to recap, the only 4 things tying Poppo me to Marie Poppo are her hamster ears, 5 rec, a similar name, and her own word. So what am I trying to get at here? How will Poppo me not being the original Marie Poppo affect the story? Well, it's only a potential plot twist that could happen in the narrative. Just remember that Poyo is the main character of the story, not Poppo me, but that's not stopping me from feeling like something's off about this character. Again, this is just a potential plot point that might be glossed over by an even larger plot twist regarding another character. After all, we still haven't received a single hint about Chu's past other than what her bio says. Not to mention, we haven't even seen the potential main antagonist of the season, Rinsei, in action. I don't know. All I'm just saying is that it would be weird if the narrative for Season 3 played Marie Poppo me's ties with Marie Poppo completely straight, all while having her character arc ending here. Ever since the Memory Menders event, it feels like the following events have been grander and larger in scale than the events we got prior. The story for these 100% Orange Juice seasons have shifted from advertisements for the new DLC character pack to massive wham episodes. These events contain shocking revelations for not just the narrative of its respective season, but Orange Juice as a whole, and this event is no different. While most of the revelations so far are just setting up plot points for the future, it does its job hyping them up efficiently to where I can't wait to see what happens next in the story. Hopefully it doesn't take another year to do so though. This is Silent Crane and I'll see you guys then.